I can't believe it. I really can't. I'm really pissed off, frustrated, aggravated. You get the whole damn deal. You know, I really don't know. You know, you could blame people, this and that. I blame on coaching. Strictly on coaching. That's it. Some people want to blame Saquon Barkley for the drop, which, once again, he should have never been put in that situation. Blame Jalen Hurts at the end of the game throwing an interception. Once again, he should have never been put in that situation. I feel, let's just get down to it. So, you know, week 1 last week, we win against the Packers. Look good. Yeah, up-and-coming team. We get the whole ordeal. Oh, man, you know, good. Clean up the kinks. It's going to be great. We go to the Monday Night Football against the Atlanta Falcons. They have talent on defense. They have a couple people on offense. Bijan Robinson, you know, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, yada, yada. You get the whole deal. But Kirk Cousins coming off that injury. Banged up leg. You could tell, I watched week 1 against Pittsburgh, where, against the Steelers, where, man, he was like, did not want to plant that foot. He did not want to plant that leg, that knee. He was just driving the ball, driving it. I said, man, we play him next week. We're going to destroy him, have him on his back. It's in Philly. Phil Foles retires. Like, and now they did the total opposite. See, it took Vic Fangio. This goddamn scrub. Okay, listen, I get it. He's an old-time coach, all-time great, yada, yada, yada. Listen, I was never a fan of this scheme. I was when he wasn't here because he actually did solid jobs in other areas. You know, he's with the 49ers back in the day, and a couple of teams, the Bears. Look, we hired Jonathan Gannon because for whatever reason, Sirianni or maybe High Rose was obsessed with that scheme. Okay, Jonathan Gannon runs it. He's a disciple from there. We finally get rid of him after the Super Bowl season. Well, he gets hired as the head coach of the Cardinals. Cool. Bring in Deshaun Desai. He's a disciple of his. Terrible trash. Mid-season fired. So we bring in the man who is the one who runs this scheme, who runs this system. It's his. Cool. And I said before the season started, if it takes for this scheme to die on the field of Lincoln Financial Field to be run by this guy and it dies right there, I'll be happy to never see it again. But I was also not hoping that would happen because I wanted a good season this year. And I think we still can have that. I'm not trying to be that Debbie Downer. But the fact that this game comes down to something, like I said, coaching on him, Nick Sirianni, a little bit Kellen Moore, a little bit. So I look at it offensively. I feel, there was no A.J. Brown. And it's funny how there's no A.J. Brown. Now all of a sudden, now that this week they want to run a lot of screens and they want to give it to Covey, a lot of Colby Covington. Yeah, let's just pass it to him. All of a sudden, the seventh receiver on the damn team is now your number one. Let's pass it. Where's Devontae Smith with the screen? Jahan Dotson, you traded for him. One catch? Whatever. But it came down to this. Saquon Barkley, I think our first few times we didn't give it to him. The next time on offense, we gave it to him. He was picking up 9 yards a carry. Bam, 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 bam. He took us all the way down the field, basically. We get in the end zone, and they refused to run it with Barkley. I think they ran it twice with Gainwell. Let me get closer. Now it's like a 3. I think it was 3rd down and 4. 3rd down 3, whatever it might be. And they decided to pass it, which I don't mind you passing it. That's only if you knew in your mind that, hey, we're going to go for it on 4th down. If you knew you were going to go for it on 4th down, then why not goddamn run the ball, pick up a couple yards, then throw for it on 4th down or run it, whatever. Instead, he goes pass, incomplete, pass again, no points. You get no field goal, you get no nothing. You don't pick up the first, nothing. That's one of the things that cost us the game from Sirianni, those decisions and those plays on those downs. The refusal to use Saquon Barkley in the end zone this entire game was disgusting. It made no sense. It was like he would take us all the way down there, we'd get there and just pass, field goal or whatever it might be. Or just stupid shit. It was ridiculous. That was the whole game with that. Then we get down to defense finally makes a play. You know, they stop him. It was C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Love the guy. Stuffs him, boom. But before I get to that, Kirk Cousins had a lot of time to pocket tonight. Had a lot of time all day long. This Fangio refuses to rush. He refuses to run blitzes. He refuses to bring pressure on these quarterbacks. This is the game you do it the most. But he's so obsessed with his scheme that let's just cover a lot. We're going to get there somehow. That's not how it fucking works. It doesn't. You should have been destroying this guy. He should have been screwed up out of his mind. I don't know. I can't continue. I'm getting sick to my stomach. So finally, we get the ball. I'm going to score, but I'm going to get down to the final plays. So I will say this. So we get to that one where we're trying to run the clock out. It was 3rd down and 4th down, whatever it might be. They decide to do a basically fake bootleg rollout, throw it to Barkley. Barkley's wide open. He drops the ball. And everyone's blaming Barkley. You got to catch that, which you do. He dropped it. But those are the risks that you run when you decide to pass it on that down. What I mean by that is this. The risk can be the man that you are throwing the ball to could drop it, which that happened. It could have been overthrown. Hurts could have threw it in the dirt. Or if the play was, if something bad would happen, it could have been intercepted or he could have swatted it down. Regardless of any of those things I just named, what happens if those go wrong? The clock is stopped, leaving more time for the Falcons. And what happens? You end up kicking your field goal. What you could have done there, right, when it was 3rd and 3, you could have ran the damn ball with Barkley. He maybe picks up 1st down, and if he doesn't, it puts you in like a 4th and 1, 4th and 2, more manageable. And if it is a 4th and 1, if it's not a long one, you can decide and go, hey, you know what? Either we do tush push and win the game, or now we kick the field goal. But 40-something seconds is already drained off that clock from running that damn ball instead of passing it. I get it. If he catches it, we have a whole different conversation. But the way this game was just going, it was like, don't even risk doing that. It just... Once again, I hate to blame Barkley because him and Jalen Hurts were some of like the two, even Devontae Smith, multiple other guys, were the only reason we were in this game, really. And people want to blame Jalen Hurts. I feel he looked good this week. I think he looked better this week than last week. At one point, he was 22 of 27 for almost 200 yards, a passing touchdown. He also rushed for almost 90 yards, and he had a rushing touchdown. He looked good, in my opinion. He looked better this week than last week. He looked more composed, more in control, more in depth, understanding. I seen that from him. But overall, it comes down to that. Then we give the ball back to them. They have no timeouts. It's 1 minute and 39 seconds. And what happens? This Vic Fangio scheme and this system, man, of not getting after the quarterback, when this is now you really should. Now you should pin your ears back and know, hey, he's going to run. Oh, he's going to pass. Let's get after it. Nope. I think they went 70 yards in like 30 seconds. And I didn't think they could do that because I said the entire game they didn't really do that. They ran it and picked up yards and they passed a little. But I didn't think they can just go boom, boom, boom. They went bomb. Boom, boom. Then a bomb to Mooney. Then this and that and that. They get in the end zone. Drake London catches a touchdown. I actually started laughing. I started laughing. I said, this is such a joke. Now there's, it was so ridiculous how fastly they did it. And defense couldn't stop anything, but it's not their fault. This man was refusing to rush the passer when you knew the rush was coming. This was pathetic. It was awful. It was one of the worst defensive performances I've seen. It was idiotic. It was atrocious. That Bryce Huff signing ain't looking like shit right now. He might look good later on in the year. Hopefully he does. But he has logged 0 stats. You have got rid of Hassan Reddick for this guy, basically. He doesn't have a 0 stat. Actually, no, tonight he collected 1 stat. He has 1 assist tackle. 1 assist. Everything else 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 over the past 2 games. 2 games! Nothing. Guy's a joke. Well, we'll see what happens. But then we get down to we finally, I think we had like 29 seconds left, 2 timeouts. Hurts throws a pass, boom, gets Goddard. Everyone goes, oh man, yeah, let's go, boom. Then he throws an interception. Everyone says, let's get in field goal range. They hit it for Elliott. Listen, you can blame Hurts for the interception. You can. But at the end of it, I look at it this way. Just like Saquon Barkley dropping that ball, Saquon Barkley should have never been put in that situation. Jalen Hurts throwing the interception. He should have never been put in that situation. For those things to happen should have never, ever happened. They shouldn't have been put in those spots. This shouldn't even came down to this, is what I'm trying to say. I can keep going. I'm getting pissed. I can keep ranting about stuff and getting mad, but let's go Birds, I guess. We're on to New Orleans. Look at it. Our defense play like this. In New Orleans, they're allowing, what is it? Not allowing, sorry. They have scored 91 points over the past 2 games. 4th most in NFL history or something like that. Tied for insane numbers on offense they're doing. Blowout. The way it's looking, but I hope not. But go Birds. Follow you guys. Comment your thoughts. How do you feel? This is insane. Like this, I did not expect this. Go Birds.